It's fucking 12 o'clock for fucking the brand new 00 starting 1. This is the first 1,000 years right now. That's why they covered it up and changed time. To do what? To get past this time. They don't want this time to come. That's why they're spraying in the air. They want to keep it this time. They want to keep it cosmic winter. Why? Because everybody in the house, everybody chilling. God is chilling. Ain't nobody out. So they get to run the place. Why? Because all of us know to get the fuck on when winter comes. We done all our work in the spring. We did all our work in the summer. We harvested in the fall and had a great ass winter because we ain't had to come out at all. See what I'm saying? Now, then you got the 24-hour clock. This is what God would go by. This is what man would go by. This is what God would go by. This the cosmic. This the macro. 24-hour clock, that's the micro. 24,000-year clock, that's the macro. 24-hour clock, that's the micro. God go by this clock. Man goes by this clock. But man goes by 24 hours of life. Mankind goes by this clock. We in between these two clocks. Man, we in between these two clocks. See what I'm saying? It'll be a what? A 2400, right? Not 24,000, but what? A 2400. So it'll be 600 years each quarter. See what I'm saying? Right? So it'll be 600 years each quarter. Right? You got God clock, 24,000 years. Man's clock, 2,400 years. And mankind's clock, 24 hours. Do you see the difference in God, man, and mankind when it comes to time? If you can see it, put God, man, and mankind in the chat. If you can see the difference in God, man, and mankind and how their clocks are different, right? The clock in his head different than the clock in his head, than the clock in his head. And the clocks in your head is what? Where that clock at in your head I showed you? You got that clock? This is the clock in your head. This is the clock in your head. It's a 24,000 year, 2,400 year, 24-hour a day. 24,000 year, 2,400 year, 24 hours a day. It's a what? It's a compass. This is true north. This is your north. It's a clock. It's a compass. It's the 12 gates of the city. 3 gates on each side. 3 gates on each side of the city. It's a ship's wheel. Navigation. Square and compass. Navigation. 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 This is you inside. This is inside your head. That's what you'll say, but this is you. You are the ship's wheel. You, the breath of life. This is the flower of life. This is you and how God sees you. This is you walking in the flesh right here. You under the skin. This is you. This is what your energy is under the skin. Under the skin. All right? Now going back to the tools, right? This lesson is called Tools. Why? Because we use Genesis 5:27, which told us how old Methuselah was. He was 969 years old. We wanted to know, did we used to live 1,000 years or not? So Genesis 6:3 says what? How old does Genesis 6:3 say bodies can live? What's the instruction on avatars? What is the instruction on avatars? How long can avatars live according to Genesis 6:3? No matter who has the avatar on. How long does it say? that a human avatar, male or female, was the maximum potential for life, no matter who has it on, right? No matter who has flesh on, flesh can only live how old? By Genesis 6:3. Okay, that's not me, Lando. That's what God said about any flesh that is born, right? Humanoid flesh, Adama, right? Male or female, okay? Now, God says that life, that 120-year life, is just like 24 hours. So that's why we broke it down. If that's the case, that means every 30 years you live, only 6 hours of time pass. This the secret to black don't crack. This the secret to black don't crack. Because black don't live by 30 by sunups and sundown. Nah, only 6 hours pass for me at 30 years old. At 60 years old, only 12 hours have passed. At 90 years old, 18 hours have passed. And if I make it to 120 years old, I live my day, my 120 years, right?
Damn.
From the time you take the breath in,
It's deep.
this is what happens. Taking the breath in, taking the breath in, living, breath leave out. Now it's night, right? And then we know what happens after death. What happens? Spring again, right? Night, day. Night, day. Night, day. Go to hell, come back to heaven. Go to hell, come back to heaven. Go to hell, come back to heaven, right? Because this all down here. If you say this is sunshine, and now it's going around, right? It ain't gone. It just gone out your view, right? So we got to provide a path for this sun on earth, right? That everybody waiting on to come around and light the day up, right? Now on earth, we talking knowledge. The person with you see what I'm saying? Now we see the path of the sun coming up on man being born, right? The sun shine. You take your breath, your day start. 30 years, 6 hours passed in your day, right? 60 years, 18 hours passed in your day. 90 years, it passed in your day. And then at 120, your sun went down, if you made it to 120. And the sun took his path, which is you, out of the flesh, to bring you back into the flesh, to start spring all over again. Life.
I'm gonna hop on my other page.
Yeah.
I wanna ask him a question. OG triple OG page.
Life, death. Life, right? When the sun come up on you, you take that first breath. 30 years is 6 hours. 60 years. Now let's say you pass right here transfigured. Then your sun gonna go down where? Right here. And that'll be the end of your day. You see what I'm saying? Let's say your sun go down right here. That's just the end of your day. It was a short day. We trying to have long days on the earth. We trying to have long days on the earth. What did it say? Honor your mother and father so that you may have what? Long days on the earth, right? Long days on the earth. Why? Because all while you living is a what? Is a day. No matter how many sunups and sundowns went by. See, the sunups and sundowns went by, that's for mankind. You see how you got that firmament right there?
Damn.
Hold on. You got a second firmament where mankind getting sun 24 hours a day. Mankind getting 24 hours a day. Mankind getting 24 hours a day. We only get the sun when? At 30. We get the sun at 60. We get the sun at 90. And we get the sun, the last sun is at what? 120. Then it's night. Then it's what? back to day, because we know we transfigure what? Back to new life. So the process starts all over again. Not in one place as though God gave me this.
True.
No. You have to hunt for wisdom. You have to hunt for knowledge. You have to hunt for wisdom. I've done a great thing right here. I hope that you all know this and now can use this as you read your scriptures to understand who is speaking during the scriptures. When they said that it would, they said the scriptures, they what you call that shit? They contradict each other. No, the fuck it don't. You just didn't know who was talking. So you thought somebody said some shit that couldn't happen because you ain't know who that was under the skin talking.
Real
See what I'm
talk.
saying?
And I can't see your video, OG Triple OG. Let me back up. My bad. I don't know why your video went away. I'm about to hop back in.
Okay.
Let me back up.
Spread it out so you could see it piece by piece, so you could know every little thing about this information. And I did it from scratch to show you how, from scratch, you should be able to do this once you learn and understand what you are and accordingly, right? It said on the sixth day, what did God do? Make you in my likeness. What's my likeness? For you to understand the life like I do. You see, I live about 1,000 years of life. You see me who used to be Dr. King? You see, I live 1,000 years of life. So now that I showed you these secrets of under the skin, who do you say I
Hmm.
am? I
That's
don't
all.
know why your video went away, young brother, but this shit be tripping sometime. Don't worry about it. What you talking about today? Where you calling from?
I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, we just left the A, nigga. You fucked up. You should have called us while we were there.
Man, where y'all going
Man.
to now?
We in Little Rock because this is our first settlement. And this is going to be our first settlement in Little Rock, thanks to our gracious host and all our believers who have been with us since April and with us even before that, just on the internet, and had been with us and following the teachings that we do. We are more than the prophet ministries, more than the prophet, PROFIT, and more than the prophet, because I am more than a prophet. I am the only begotten Son of God. Am I not more than a prophet? So
Amen.
this is more than the prophet ministries. We are the voice of the new world. Why? Because I have inherited the throne of David to myself for forever, as it is written in your scripture.
That's
I'm
amazing.
here now. Huh?
I said that's amazing.
Oh yeah, it
And
is.
I know the devil working because I can't see you, but I think spirit just want us to talk. So we ain't even supposed to have. I still can't see your video. I don't know
Because you
why
don't
it's being
supposed to be
weird.
able to see me, nigga. You supposed to take that flesh off as soon as you come in this motherfucker. You don't supposed to be able to see me. I don't see you.
Amen.
So I ain't judging you and what you do. Don't judge me about what I do. Judge
Yeah,
me
nah, I
about
just
what
want.
you hear me
I like
say.
what the diagram you had up, but I wanted to ask you about do you think our lives are supposed to end at 120 years? That's the cap on our life on Earth, a day for a human.
Physically, a physical day is every life. A physical day. So the evening will be the ending of that physical life. The morning, and since we know we transfigure, what happens? The next day, meaning the next what? Avatar, the next life, the next day. Nights are without the flesh. Days are in the flesh. But in the flesh, we get sunshine because without the flesh, you get no light. Why?
Mm,
Because without the flesh, that's triple darkness. You can't move. Ain't no invisible McDonald's to go to. Ain't no invisible Walmart to go to. It's just darkness. You ain't got no flesh. Where you gonna go? What you think you gonna do? You know what
mm.
I'm saying? You ain't got no body on. Why you think we created this place? so we can have movement, which created time. Without movement, there is no time. So without a flesh, ain't no time. Now that you got on the flesh, now you are subject to it. Time. But not you, the spirit, just what? The flesh is subject to the time. Not you. So that's why you would speak on a different time zone if you really understood. And that's why Christ called the lady a dog. Why? Because I live by 24 hours of life. She lived by 24 hours a day. The whole nation did. That's how they lived. I can't help that. I didn't live like that, but that's how they lived. And then when the Father called me up, now I live about 1,000 years of life. So now I'm even greater because my after the resurrection, now I live by 1,000 years of life. Now you think after that I'm gonna ever die and come back and not live by 1,000 years of life? No, every time I come back after that. So now you who are being made a God, now man has become one of us, a God, knowing what? The spirit and the flesh. You grew up knowing your flesh. I ain't got to teach you about your flesh being evil and what it could do. You didn't know you was God, so you ain't been practicing. So now that you know you God, you know you're responsible for everything that you do with your two hands must be what? Good. And everything you do must be for the what? Good. Because everything God created was what? Good. And everything God did was what? Good. So now you're being held responsible for being God now, not man. You was man. You could do whatever you wanted to this point. Now that I'm making you a God, now you know you are responsible. So you can no longer claim ignorance. You can no longer claim you ain't got nothing to do with it. You can't no longer claim you ain't finna talk to nobody because you're a witness now. You are responsible. You God Almighty. How you ain't gonna tell nobody about you? Fuck you saying? How you ain't gonna give nobody else a chance to upgrade? What the fuck is you saying? How you ain't gonna give your testimony of God to inspire other people to serve God? What the fuck is you saying?
Hmm.
Hey y'all, I need a little help. My weed bag shop. You know I don't lie to you. We don't need nothing else right now. We got food, we got gas, and I want some gas because I spent my money. Well, no, I ain't spent my money. I'm sorry. Let me shut the fuck up. I need some bud, y'all. Y'all know what it costs, a hundo. Y'all look out for me. I don't need more than that. I just need a hundo because that's the Zippo, and that shit lasts me about 3, 4. So all those niggas 420, you should know what I'm talking about. It shouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? It should be no problem. You know what I mean? Make sure you know I ain't gonna always do this. We just got here. We got to set up our little businesses to collect money. We took a great hit in Columbus, but an even greater boost right here. And pretty soon, y'all will see us producing funds and producing things for the homeless, producing for the kids. We will have places for you to come and visit us free of charge. Ain't no hotel fee. You just get here. You can visit a day or two. Maybe you'll decide you want to stay here or one at our other schools or one of our other farms that we have already begun to start developing. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So all this information is for you. This is the information they hide from you because it will make you a powerful being to know that you are a free being, a sovereign citizen of the universe. No one has control over you except me. And I don't want control over you. I just want you to do these two things I ask. Man, love me with all your heart and love your neighbor as you love yourself. I ain't got to see you every day, nigga. I ain't here to hold your dick. You know what to do? Go fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to give you the knowledge you missed. Why? Because you didn't have a father that had it. If your fathers would have had this knowledge, they would have passed it down to you. So I am the father of the fatherless. So all of you who didn't have a dad in life, you're finally meeting me who protected you up until this point. The Most High God who you talk to all your life, that's me. I'm just living as this guy. This is not me. I'm inside of here, just like you inside there. See, these are avatars. These are imaginations of us. The real us right there, you cannot see. Let's see it in the chat. We are invisible. That means you cannot be seen with the naked eye. We are intelligent. That means we smarter than the average bear. We are interdimensional. Why? Because when we dream or vision, what eyes do we see with? And when we wake up in the flesh, what eyes do we see with? So we are in two different dimensions. Why? Because dimensions are not places to go, but the way you see things. Let's put that in the chat. We are invisible, intelligent, interdimensional beings that are immortal. Invisible, intelligent, interdimensional beings that are immortal. Dimensions are the way you see things, not places to go. Dimensions are the way you see things, not places to go. You can see 5 by 7, but you can't go 5 by 7. You can see the color green, but you can't go to the dimension green. You can see the dimension red, but you can't go to the dimension red. You can see 2 by 4, but you can't go to 2 by 4. Dimensions are the way you see things, not places to go. Without the flesh, you see things differently than you do in the flesh. So interdimensional. You're interdimensional. Without the body, when you sleep, what do you see with when you dream? What eyes do you have? You don't have these eyes. So you have another set of eyes. Okay, that's the set of eyes you see with in that dimension. Because how you see things in that dimension, right, is different than when you open your eyes and see things where? In this dimension of seeing things. But both are there. One is there and one is here. They both in the same place. They're not going nowhere. But that's what makes you interdimensional. Why? Because you dream. When you sleep, you can see. And when you wake up, you can see out these eyes. So you're going in between both, right? Because sometimes you can dream while you woke. They call it daydream. So you can master seeing right there and right here at the same time while you woke. So it's like you living in a dream world. So it makes everything wet. In the dream, you can do whatever, right? So if you was walking around dreaming, you could do what? Whatever. It's the same way. It's the matrix though, right? Remember he had to make that first jump in order to be able to connect to this shit to say, yeah, okay, I see what you're talking about. I'm trying to get y'all across that first jump. It's called a leap of faith.
Mm.
That first jump Neo had to make is what y'all trying to make right now. Is the leap of faith to believe me or not, so that you can follow my teachings to the letter and become even more powerful than me. Some of you I'm sent here to wake up. You are more powerful than me. But it is my faith that is greater than yours. Your power as a being and what you can do under that skin may be greater than my shit right now. But I tell you what, your faith ain't greater than mine. And that's where I win at. Regardless of how powerful you is in the flesh, God judges the faith. And that by Abraham. Abraham believed me that I'm God, standing right in his motherfucking face. Is that the way you believe now?
I believe you. I believe
You
that
see
you're
what I'm
God
saying?
standing right in my face. Yes, I do. Yes, I
Because
do.
before they didn't believe like this. I
I
came,
believe.
I lived as Dr. Martin King Jr., Michael. That's what let me know in this time who I am under here. That's my name. Michael, I'm the archangel. I'm the leader of God's army. I'm not myself right now. I lost my memory too, just like y'all did. But my shit coming rapidly, as you can see, the information is pouring out. My memories are coming back rapidly. When I come back to the full present, every fucking being on earth is going to feel it. They won't know what they feeling, but when I become present, you gonna fucking know, cause the whole atmosphere in the world gonna change. It gonna feel like this. Then you're gonna be breathing like you. It's gonna be like you holding your breath, but you breathe. Can you do that? Hold your breath, but breathe. Like press yourself right, the whole the air you got, but still breathe. It's like you pressing your muscles, like you flexing your muscles. You holding your breath, but you're still breathing. Can't you do that? You can do that, can't you? You can hold your breath and still motherfucking get the fuck out of here. You can hold your breath and still breathe.
Hell
Man,
no.
get the what kind of niggas y'all? Y'all go, y'all goddamn real for real. Y'all some funny
I
ass niggas.
tried.
Y'all some weird
I
ass.
tried it.
I
I
It
ain't
tried
didn't
that
never
work.
shit
known
too.
a nigga on God damn. Y'all niggas got it for real. These niggas hold
It
they
did not
fucking
work.
breathe.
I feel like I was
I'm
Niggas
about to
underwater,
got
pass
OG.
out.
I
another
feel like I was
twist.
underwater.
I,
Hold
I'm
up,
about to
my
pass
nigga.
out.
I done help niggas learn that they can do what? Hold they motherfucking breath
Oh,
and still motherfucking breathe. Tell me I ain't
I couldn't
God
do it.
now. I burn you in the eye with my blunt, goddamn.
Who
Who
said
is
that?
God?
You are saying
And I
you
just
can't do
made
it.
you God on earth, because if you can breathe and hold your goddamn breath, you got to be a God.
Hey, OG, have you ever heard of Uriel?
I've heard all the angels.
Oh,
I created them.
I
I made them.
because I watched his show. He got a YouTube Archangel Uriel, and he claims to be the actual physical
Man, I ain't
incarnation of
studying this
Uriel.
dumbass. I ain't talking about him on TV, dumbass nigga. Is this nigga talking about what I'm talking about? Hell no. Is this
Nah,
nigga
he is.
saying
He
Haile
talking about the
Selassie
same thing you
God?
talking about.
Listen, is this nigga saying Haile Selassie the Most High? No. Is this nigga saying Christ walking around right now? No. If you Uriel and you know you back like this, you know I'm back like this, and you'll be looking for me, motherfucker. Any
Because
motherfucker
he
wake
said
up
he
from the dead
Uriel,
gonna
but you
look for
said you
me.
Michael.
I'm Michael, and that motherfucker ain't nobody if he ain't had no resurrection. Any nigga can say he whatever. You know how many niggas tell me they Christ every day?
Nah, he
You know
legit
how
though,
many
OG.
niggas
I
in
ain't
my
gonna lie.
DM?
He
Listen,
got the
man.
same spirit as you.
Listen, man. Listen to me. Listen, I'm gonna give you some scenarios right here. I had niggas come to me saying I'm Christ. They'll leave. Then a couple days later, I see them online. I tell my they Christ. And I'm fake. Now you came to me to see if I'm Christ. I ain't come to you to see if you Christ, motherfucker. You ain't said that enough to make me come to you to see if you Christ. But obviously I said enough to you to make you come to me and see if I'm Christ. Now I got some little ugly ass kid drawings and shit. Yeah, true enough. But does it give you the understanding? Is you making yours look good? I'm giving you the information. This for y'all generation. Y'all would have had to read 1,100 books to goddamn get this knowledge I'm passing your dumb ass. Now I live my life to get these answers. I put away my earthly life. I put away rapping. I put away selling weed. I put away selling cars. I put away doing electrical work to get this knowledge from God. So I took my life and sacrificed it to give you, the next generations, this knowledge. I know when I transfigure and get back, God damn it, I'm gonna get back what the fuck I gave you. Why? Because I plan on getting the fuck back. So I plan on giving you this shit to make sure you got this shit. So whoever born me next time, give me this same shit back soon as I get the fuck back. Maybe it don't take me so long to wake the fuck up and get back to my motherfucking work.
I say.
I get it. I understand
Our
what you're
fathers couldn't give us this because they killed off our ancestors. They would have gave us this knowledge. It wouldn't have came out like this, but we would have had it. It's the same knowledge that was told to you in many different languages. These drawings, these understandings. These are understandings about life, right? You could draw it any which way you want to see it, but as long as you got the same understanding, I mean, because that's what you're getting, right? I got many keys. What do keys mean? Understandings.
saying. Standing.
So I, Christ, came to give you many different ways. Understandings. How can I give you
Standings.
these vast different understandings? Because I had the resurrection. I was living as Dr. Mind King. So because I had this resurrection, this would make me look at the things the way I do. And if you can see these answers are true, then that means you're seeing like me. That means you have become in the mind of Christ. Now you're
Amen.
in my likeness. That's what Christ called being in my likeness. Why? Because at first you ain't know life like this. But now me, Christ, who know life like this, now you know life like this, right? So now you know you live by 24 hours a week.